हरिः ओम्। सौन्दर्यलहरी कर्त्रे सर्वमङ्गलदायिने शङ्कराचार्यवर्याय यतिराजाय ते नमः। This is a shloka offering namaskara to the composer of this beautiful poem, Saundarya Lahari. Let's see a gist of the meaning of this poem. Saundarya Lahari Kartre, unto the composer of this beautiful treatise named Saundarya Lahari, Sarvamangala Daine, who is himself a bestower of all that is auspicious, and also the treatise itself is one that blesses everyone. Shankaracharya Varyaya, unto that great master teacher. Yatirajaya, the greatest among sannyasis. Te namaha, we offer our salutations. Now, the first shloka of Saundarya Lahari. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shaktah Prabhavitum Nachedevam Devo Nakhalu Kushalas Spanditumapi Atastvam Aradhyam Harihara Virinchadibhirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Kathamakrita Punyah Prabhavati. पदविभागः शिवः शक्त्या युक्तः यदि भवति शक्तः प्रभवितुं न चेत् एवं देवः न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुम् अपि अतः त्वाम् आराध्यां हरिहर विरिञ्चादिभिरपि हरिहर विरिञ्चादिभिः अपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथम् अकृतपुण्यः प्रभवति. Now अन्वयः. शिवः शक्त्या युक्तः यदि प्रभवितुं शक्तः भवति एवं न चेत् देवः स्पन्दितुमपि न कुशलः खलु अतः हरिहर विरिञ्चादिभिरपि आराध्यां त्वाम् अकृतपुण्यः प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथं प्रभवति. If Lord Shiva is with Shakti, it becomes possible for him to bring this universe into manifestation. On the other hand, if he, Lord Shiva, is not with Shakti, his Devi, then that Shivaha, even to cause a minor movement in creation, has no power. Therefore, as one who is prayed to and offered namaskara to by Vishnu, Shiva, Brahmaji and other celestial beings, unto that great you, Devi, by those mortals who have not even earned any merits in their previous lives, offering namaskara or singing verses praising you, how would it be possible? That is, to be able to sing the glories of Devi, one should have earned punya or merits in their previous lives. Harihi Om. Saundarya Lahari, second shloka. Taniyam sampamsum tavacharana pankeruha bhavam virinchis sanchinvan virachayati lokan avikalam वहत्येनं शौरिः कथमपि सहस्रेण शिरसां हरसंक्षुभ्यैनं भजति भसितोद्धूलनविधिम्. पदविभागः तनीयांसं पांसुं तव चरणपङ्केरुहभवं विरिञ्चिः सञ्चिन्वन् विरचयति लोकान् अविकलं वहति एनं शौरिः कथम् अपि सहस्रेण शिरसां हरः संक्षुभ्य एनं भजति भसितोद्धूलनविधिम्. Now Anvaya. विरिञ्चिः तव चरणपङ्केरुहभवं तनीयां सम्पांसुं सञ्चिन्वन् लोकान् अविकलं विरचयति एनं शौरिः शिरसां सहस्रेण कथमपि वहति एनं हरः संक्षुभ्य भसितोद्धूलनविधिं भजति. Now we'll see the meaning. The creator Brahmaji, referred to as Virinchihi in this verse, he collects the very fine sand particles under your lotus feet, Devi, and brings all the 14 worlds, which includes the moving and the stationary objects, or one can say the known and unknown worlds, completely into manifest form. Then these very same fine sand particles existing as the 14 worlds, that is Chaturdasha Bhuvanani, is carried by Lord Vishnu in the form of Adisesha. That is, Adisesha on his 1000 hoods with great difficulty somehow carries these 14 worlds. Then the same 14 worlds, Lord Hara, he disintegrates them into powder form and then smears it or applies it all over his body as if it were paint, Angaraga. Now the 14 worlds mentioned are classified into Adholoka and Urdhvalokaha. It is Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyam. These are the 7 regions above the earth known as Urdhvalokaha. Then Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. These are the 7 regions below the earth known as Adholokaha. In essence, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva offered prayers to Devi, then obtained the subtle, very fine sand particles on her lotus feet, and then they were able to perform the task of creation, sustenance and dissolution of the universe. Such is the greatness of even the fine sand particles on Devi's lotus feet. Harihi Om. Saundarya Lahari, 3rd shloka. Avidyanam antastimira dvipa nagari जडानां चैतन्यस्तबकमकरन्दश्रुतिझरी दरिद्राणां चिन्तामणिगुणनिका जन्मजलधौ निमग्नानां दंष्ट्रा मुररिपुवराहस्य भवति. Padavibhagah. The first line is a full compound word, so one cannot split it. Avidyanam antastimira mihira dvipa nagari. Just to understand the meaning, we can split it like this, though grammatically it is not allowed. Avidyanam antastimiraha mihira dvipa nagari jadanam chaitanya stabaka makaranda shruti jhari daridranam chintamani gunanika जन्मजलधौ निमग्नानां दंष्ट्रा मुररिपु varahasya bhavati. So the Anvaya or the prose order will be Avidyanam Antastimira Mihira Dvipa Nagari Jadanam Chaitanya Stabaka Makaranda Shruti Jari. Then Daridranam Chintamani Gunanika Janma Jaladhau Nimagnanam Muraripu Varahasya Damshtra Bhavati. We saw that Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu and Lord Hara, they worshipped Devi and attained success in their endeavors. They are said to be Nitya Muktaha, eternally liberated souls. So, it is possible for them to worship Devi. But then, what is the path of liberation for those who are ignorant and lost in samsara? As an answer to this question, the third shloka is constructed. So here Acharya says, Avidyanam, for the spiritually ignorant, Devi is Antastimira, for their internal darkness, as a Mihiradvipa Nagari, as the sunlight, that is the remover of darkness, sunlight, and Devi is the light of self-knowledge. Then Jadana, for all those who cannot think deep, the unthinking people, Devi is Chaitanya Stabaka Makaranda Shruti Jhari. Jhari means a continuous flow like waterfall. And Makaranda Shruti. Shruti means rasa over here, the essence. Makaranda is honey. When honey is collected from a bunch of flowers, stabaka, then we can say there is a continuous supply of honey. Devi is that continuous flow of consciousness, Chaitanya, which kindles the mind to know and understand the truth of the self. Then, Daridranam, for those who are very poor, Devi is the Chintamani Gunanika, not just one gem, but a bunch of beads. Chintamani is a special celestial gem which has the ability to give whatever is desired for. Devi fulfills all the desires of the poor also. So, she is compared to the Chintamani. And then, Janma Jaladhau, this life of repeated birth and death is compared to an ocean. So, for those who are immersed in this life of becoming, samsara, Devi is like Muraripu Varahasya Damshtra. Lord Vishnu, in his incarnation in the form of a boar, he used his tusk to hold up the earth which was drowning. So here, since Devi brings self-awareness to all those who are lost in samsara, she is compared to Varahamurti. Harihi Om. Saundarya Lahari, Shloka 4. Twadanyaf panibhyam abhayavarado daivata ganaha tvameka naivasi prakatita varabhityabhinaya bhayat tratum datum phalamapi cha vanchasamadhikam sharanye lokanam tavahi charanaveva nipunau. Padavibhagaha Tvat Anyaha Panibhyam Abhaya Varadaha दैवतगणः त्वम् एका न एव असि नैवासि प्रकटितवरा अभीति अभिनया प्रकटितवराभीत्यभिनया भयात् त्रातुं दातुं फलम् अपि च वाञ्छासमधिकं शरण्ये लोकानां तव हि चरणौ एव निपुणौ. अन्वयः लोकानां शरण्ये त्वत् अन्यः दैवतगणः पाणिभ्याम् अभयवरद त्वम् एका प्रकटितवर प्रकटितवराभीत्यभिनया न एव असि. तव चरणौ एव भयात् त्रातुं वाञ्छासमधिकं फलं दातुं निपुणौ. Here Bhagavad-pada, he describes how Devi is different and unique and the greatest of all the forms of devatas worshipped. He says, O Devi, you who are the substratum of all the 14 worlds, Chaturdasha Lokana, other than you, the other forms of God or the Murti forms of devatas, they show gestures with their two hands, one of Abhaya Mudra and another Varada Mudra, which means those who pray to those forms of devatas will receive only what they ask for. Limited phala is obtained by the devotees, whereas you are the only one Devi whose Murti is not seen to express these two gestures of Abhaya Mudra and Varada Mudra for a reason, because your lotus feet itself is capable of giving freedom from the fear of remaining in samsara and also protecting the devotee. Not only that, you give much more than what is wished for as a phala to the devotee. So such is the greatness of surrendering to Devi's lotus feet. Harihi Om. Saundarya Lahari Shloka 5. Haristvam Aradhya Pranatajana Saubhagya Jananeem Pura Nari Bhutva Puraripumapi Kshobham Anayat Smaropi Tvam Natva Ratinayana Lehyena Vapusha Muninamapyantaha Prabhavatihi Mohaya Mahatam. Padavibhagaha Harihi Tvam Aradhya Pranatajana Saubhagya Jananeem Pura Nari Bhutva Puraripum Api Kshobham Anayat Smaraha Api Tvam Natva Ratinayana Lehyena Vapusha Muninam Api Antaha Prabhavatihi Mohaya Mahatam. Anvayaha Pranatajana Saubhagya Jananeem Tvam Harihi Aradhya Pura Nari Bhutva Puraripum Api Kshobham Anayat Smaraha Api Tvam Natva Ratinayana Lehyena Vapusha Mahatam Muninam Antaha Api Mohaya Prabhavati. In this verse, Devi seems to be asking, even without the gestures of Abhaya Mudra and Varada Mudra, my feet itself will bring about all the auspiciousness iti. This uniqueness about me, how did you know? As an answer to this question is the construct of this verse. That Devi is asking a question and Sri Shankara Bhagavad Pada is answering is a supposition made by the devotee. This is done in order to express the connection between the shlokas. Now, here there is a very special address to Devi. Bhagavad Pada addresses her as Pranata Jana Saubhagya Janani. To the devotees who offer salutations involving their body, mind, and words, Kaya, Manasa, Vacha. Devi is the bestower of all forms of auspiciousness. Saubhagya Janani. That you, Devi, long back, Lord Vishnu, having worshipped, was able to take the beautiful, enticing form of a woman. Here, the anecdote is that of Mohini Avatara. Having taken that form, he was able to attract even Lord Shiva. Now we know that Lord Shiva was a Jitendriyaha. He had his senses under complete control. Even that great Shiva was moved by the beauty of Mohini, and that was made possible only because Lord Vishnu, having worshipped Devi, received her blessings. Another anecdote mentioned here is Lord Manmatha. He appeared to be very, very attractive to the already very beautiful Rati. And how did that happen? Because Manmatha worshipped Devi and she had blessed him. Not only that, although Manmatha was invisible, he was able to, or in other words, he had the power to delude the mind of the great ascetics. The ascetics, we know, also had complete control over their senses. Yet, even they were deluded because of the power Manmatha received as a blessing from Devi. Harihi Om.